Hello and welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now, I know I'm a little late talking about this Superman teaser. I'm sorry. But man, I bet that the teaser trailer has already been picked through. People have already zoomed in on every single thing. So more than a breakdown, what we're going to talk about here are our thoughts on the trailer and what we are expecting to see, or what are we hoping to see. I will say this trailer I got mostly positive reviews on this trailer. I do believe that it has a good vibe to it. It has a good positive messaging to it. It also seems still kind of dire though. You know, the marketing campaign is saying look up. It's saying, you know, all this positive imagery of him looking up, of him being inspirational. But the trailer still has some tidbits of sadness, of darkness. And the way that it's filmed too, it has this blue hue so far that almost makes it seem really closer to Snyder-ish with the blue. I was hoping that they would find a different color tone versus this, and there's still time. I mean, color grading can change throughout the course of the production, of course, or the post-production even. And there is some really cool camera techniques that they're doing that a couple of the camera nerds on X have already talked about. So for instance, there's this one shot where he is breaking through this glass thing, right? He's breaking through it. And it actually changes focal lengths between 16, 21, then 18 or something like that within the same shot. So it looks like the camera is zooming in and going back, but what's actually happening is the camera is just rotating around the perimeter, but the focal length is changing. So really crazy what they're doing with this, and I think it's going to be really fun as a cinephile to check this out and see what they're doing. As a comic book nerd, I heard that this may be a new version of the Kingdom Come storyline, because James Gunn did mention that they are going to be dropping you right into the action. And the quote that he mentioned was just like Game of Thrones. So the world around you is already existing, and we're dropping you into the action. We're dropping you into this situation, this event. So it's possible that this group of heroes that we see, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, and Hawk Girl, it's possible that they are already in knowing of each other. Maybe it's already a Justice League International. Maybe it's a Justice Society. We don't know what it could be. We do know that there is a Hall of Justice, and that could be maybe the ending. Or is that just like an end credits thing that they're going to show at the end as well? If it's Kingdom Come, then that means that the heroes that are already existing kind of suck, and that Superman kind of comes in and is straightening them out, basically. But it's possible that they're going to drop him in straight into the action. You know, we see him with we see a kaiju attacking Metropolis. I do believe that Hawk Girl's scene where she's flying and the kaiju basically take place at the same time. So is it possible that Superman failed? He is at this tomb of some kind with the crowd outside, and you see that's when Green Lantern puts a wall between Superman and the people. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. And it's also, you see the people shooting at Mr. Terrific, who's using his technology as a barrier. So it's kind of crazy to see all these characters already in a Superman movie, but it does give time to talk about Superman, Clark Kent. You see the difference between Clark Kent and him. You see Krypto, of course, licking Clark, Kal-El, Superman. So, like I said, we're dropping you right into the action. He's already got Krypto. He probably is with Lois already. And you see them romancing. So, are we kind of doing a Spider-Man Homecoming or him in Civil War where it's like, yeah, all this already happens. You already know what happens with Superman. You already know what happens with Spider-Man. So we're just going to drop you into the action, and this is it. It looks like the actor playing Pa Kent, we may go back to the original story of Pa Kent passing and Superman not being able to do something where, you know, he has a heart attack. Spoilers, possibly. But I hope not. I hope we do get a good amount of time with them both. I really do like that actor, and it's kind of sad that he only usually portrays psychopaths and, you know, bad people, versus here he is gonna be playing a heartfelt, you know, person who sets his morals onto Clark, you know, sets the human morals. We heard from Peter Safran, who is another producer with James Gunn, that this is about truth, justice, and the American way. So talking about everything that it is, I really am hoping, and that's one thing about this, is that it is the Superman of this time. You know, we had the post-modern deconstruction of the superhero. We have seen many takes, basically like Alan Moore, where it's the Watchmen. It is, you know, it is, like I said, a deconstruction of superheroes. It's Frank Miller, Batman versus Superman, that kind of thing. Superheroes are bad, superheroes are this kind of thing. What happens if they bring back the superhero being heroic? The superhero is good. Now, talking about Hollywood and morals, that's another story. Their morals may be different than you or I's, so it may be difficult, but I do believe that James Gunn knows what is good and what is, you know, right, especially with superheroes. So I think that this is the time not to deconstruct the superhero, but to reconstruct the superhero. Bring it back to what it used to be, of heroics, of, you know, being an inspiration to many of us who read comics, who watched superhero movies, and all that. What does it mean to be heroic? That's one thing that this movie has to do. And this movie must succeed, not only for DC, but for Marvel, but for anybody who's making a genre film like this. This movie has to succeed. So, yeah, I think this is the perfect time for a little bit of hope, a little bit of inspiration, and a little bit of, man, being inspired, God, of having these kids and adults someone to look up to. I think that is beautiful. So, is it gonna happen? I hope so. But that's my thoughts, short and sweet, on the Superman teaser. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. Really does help out the channel get pushed out to new people. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.